Welcome to the Wrestling Replay. It's Kato here with your Monday Night Raw Replay of the Week. Now, we are back yet again for another week of Monday Night Raw. Did they disappoint? Kind of. But they did do better than last week. Last week's episode wasn't good at all to me. It was pretty bad. This week, it wasn't the dramatic change that I wanted to see, but at least it was better, and we got to see some faces we haven't seen in a long time actually appear on Monday Night Raw. So, let's go ahead and jump into that. We had Angel Garza versus Drew Gulak. Nice to see both of these guys back on television, back on a weekly show. Garza did manage to pick up the win versus Drew Gulak and pretty much put that role to the sun don't shine like he promised that he would. I would like to see a little bit more from these guys going forward. Hopefully that's the case. We'll have to see and wait what they have in store for them on Monday Night Raw, if they've even written anything storyline-wise for these two. The match was okay. It wasn't the best. I feel like we've seen better from both competitors. So we'll have to see who they mesh up with later on, hopefully in future episodes of Monday Night Raw. We did get to see the tag team champions, Omos and AJ Styles, back on Monday Night Raw finally after winning those tag team titles. Only problem is they did face the same exact team that they fought at WrestleMania, being a New Day, and the outcome was exactly the same. The champs retained their titles. Now, I am happy that I did get to see Omos. He looked better in the ring. The team as a whole, him and AJ both actually looked better as a tag team. I will say that much. So maybe that time off, they took the time and got things working. Came up with some moves and stuff like that. So I am happy that the fact that they did look better than they did prior and like they did at WrestleMania. But where did we go with New Day? You guys, no one has the answer for Omos right now. So it looks like New Day is going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure out exactly what they're going to do. So speaking of tag team champions, we did see the women's tag team champions, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, successfully defend their titles against Lana and Naomi. I'm tired of seeing them fight Lana and Naomi, which to me is all the more reason that you need to let women tag teams, actually tag teams in general, jump brands, let them skip from whatever brand they want to be on, just so we can see the champions mix it up with different people from time to time. The women can jump brands, but the men can't. I would love to see if a SmackDown tag team can jump to Raw just for the night. That would be perfect, but they have yet to really lock that in. Now, Baszler and Jax, I will say with the help of Reginald outside, these two appear to possibly be unbeatable. Like, they're already dominant, right? They're already dominant in their own right as a tag team. Now, if you somebody like Reginald outside on the ringside, it's like, okay, if he's running interference anytime that he wants to, how can anyone be able to beat these two? So we'll have to see going forward if anyone can actually take the titles off of these two now that Reginald is actually by their side. Hopefully it takes another tag team to come down to distract them, kind of like Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke had been doing prior to, and costing these guys the matches. Now, speaking of Dana Brooke, she went one-on-one with Charlotte Flair. She wasn't successful in her attempts to beat Charlotte, and that pretty much led to Charlotte getting the win and then making her stamp on the fact that, hey, I should be in that triple threat match at Backlash WrestleMania. And she got what she wanted. So it'll be now a triple threat match between Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, and Asuka at Backlash WrestleMania. That will make that match even better. But talking about Charlotte Flair for a second, we did see the champ Rhea Ripley made some comments about, hey, stepping over. It's time for the new blood to really come in and run this women's division. I will say this, Charlotte has a lot in the tank, man. She got a good, 5 to 8 years left. And I'm talking about she's in God mode right now. So nothing she can do is wrong. Her promos are great. Her matches are great, no matter who you put her in there with. So right now, Charlotte has a lot more time to go in this women's division. So Rhea Ripley better get used to having a new rival, because Charlotte Flair isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Speaking of rivals, we had a match between Damian Priest and Morrison. Priest defeated Morrison. My only issue with this is after the match, we had a stare down between The Miz and Damian Priest. Okay, look, guys, this feud has been going on for about 3 months now. Priest has beat Morrison. Priest has beat Miz. Priest has beat Miz and Morrison. Priest and Bad Bunny beat Miz and Morrison. How many times does Priest have to beat Morrison so we can end this and let Damian Priest move on to something bigger and better? It's no need to just linger on with this feud, all right? Damian Priest has shown you multiple ways that he's head over heels, got these guys' number. Let him move on to a singles title, move on to a championship like the United States title that's being held by Sheamus, which would be a great matchup, all right? Now, speaking of Sheamus, he did get the win over Mansoor via disqualification, with Humberto seeking some revenge on Sheamus from being attacked and beat up week in and week out. So it looked like we're going to possibly have a feud that continues between Sheamus and Humberto until, one or the other kind of put the other out of commission. I think Sheamus is head over heels the guy that's going to destroy Humberto, going for it like he's been every step of the way. Now can we get a legit contender for Sheamus? Damian Priest. Come on, guys. Let's go and connect this together. But we also got to see the tag team of RK Bro get their second win in a row against Elias and Riker. This happened when Elias and Riker tried to get some payback on a New Day for throwing the tomatoes at him last week. They tried to throw tomatoes at him at the end of their match that they lost to with the tag team champions, when they accidentally hit Randy Orton, and that just set the Viper off. That's the last thing you want to do, is set the Viper off anyway. So RK Bro actually went out there and got their second tag team. Could this be something to making? Could this be the Rock and Sock connection? Could this be that Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels type of connection here? Could we be looking at the new Raw tag team champions? I mean, it's only but so long that Randy Orton is going to sit around without being a champion of some sort, whether it's the world champion or it's a tag team champion. Randy is going to want gold around this way sooner than later. This tag team is definitely entertaining. It's definitely a fan favorite. So it would make perfect sense for them to go after the Raw Tag Team Championships. I'm thinking maybe July-ish, maybe June. So we'll have to see what goes on to that, because RK Bro technically isn't feuding with anyone, and neither is the tag team champions. So we'll have to kind of see where that goes. Speaking of tag teams, man, we got to see the Lucha House Party get a win over Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. I said it last week, guys. It looks like this is the end of the road for Cedric Alexander and Benjamin. With Cedric, after the match, he pretty much told Benjamin, look, you're the weak link. We should got kicked out of her business because of you. He's pretty much tired of carrying Shelton Benjamin through his, end of his career, per se. Cedric said, I'm in my prime. Shelton, you're at the end of your career. So I'm tired of carrying the dead weight. Look like that tag team is pretty much done. But of course, before we end any type of tag team, we always have to have that one-on-one feud, right? Of course. So we'll be looking to see probably face Cedric Alexander, heel Cedric Alexander versus the face Shelton Benjamin. And I think this might be the end of Shelton Benjamin. I think I don't know where he goes from here. I don't see a place for him to really fit in. I don't think he'll fit in on SmackDown. There's no challenge for him over there. Raw, if he doesn't get this win over Alexander, which I don't think he will, that'll pretty much be the end of him from there. And NXT, I doubt he'll even do something like NXT. So Benjamin appears to be probably going, back to the locker room and hanging out backstage like he was prior to joining Her Business. Now, Alexander, I hope this win somehow boosts his career. If this match happened, which it should, I hope this boosts his career in the right direction. Granted, right now, I don't think Raw would be the right direction, because you already have a heel champion. You have a heel United States champion, a heel tag team champion, and a heel world champion. So I don't know where another heel would really fit in there. I wouldn't mind him going back to NXT, and I wouldn't mind seeing him on SmackDown. I think he would fit in both of those places better than he fits on Monday Night Raw right now. Now, speaking of the Hurt Business, we did see the champ Bobby Lashley defeat Braun Strowman with a little interference from Drew McIntyre, who ended up laying both of these guys out at the end of the match anyway. Bobby and Drew will lock it up next week on Monday Night Raw, being a rematch from WrestleMania. So I look to see Braun Strowman to get a little bit of revenge for what happened with him on this week episode. My thing is this here. We have a triple threat match at Backlash WrestleMania, right? It's a few ways this could go. You can even make Bobby continue to look strong, and give the title back to Drew McIntyre by having him beat Braun Strowman. Or you can have Bobby defeat Braun Strowman and continue to make Drew McIntyre look strong by not allowing him to be the one to get pinned. We'll have to see how this actually plays out, because I don't understand why they would give the belt to Bobby Lashley if they only wanted to be a short run. That wouldn't make any sense to me. And the only reason I could make sense of them throwing Braun Strowman into that world title hunt so quickly and so abruptly is because they do not want Bobby to clean win, a clean pinfall victory, a clean submission over Drew McIntyre. Even at WrestleMania, MVP interfered in Bobby's match, allowing him to put on that hurt lock to force Drew McIntyre to pass out. So it's not often that we get to see MVP actually really assert himself in Bobby Lashley matches. So it's ironic that he did that at WrestleMania with Drew McIntyre. So that leads me to believe that Braun's pretty much just a fall man. We'll have to see what happened on WrestleMania Backlash. But let me know what you guys think about this episode of Monday Night Raw. I thought it was just okay. Maybe like a 6 out of 10. Wasn't really good. I'm just more so happy to see Garza, Drew Gulak, and the tag team champions back on Monday Night Raw. That was the highlight of Monday Night Raw for me, honestly, to see these guys back. Even a match like Bobby and Braun, where maybe on a different episode, maybe different circumstances, would have been a really good match. We've seen these guys lock it up before, so it just felt like you knew what was coming before it even happened. That's the only issue with that match. Other than that, everything else was just okay, man. Just all right. So let me know what you guys think about Monday Night Raw. Let me know what you guys think about WrestleMania Backlash coming up, or Backlash WrestleMania, however you want to put that. Let me know who you think is going to walk out champions, who you going to walk out victors. And make sure you follow us on our Instagram page at The Wrestling Replay. That's where we will be doing our giveaway. It should be starting anytime now. I think we're up to like 82 followers. Once we hit 100 followers, we are going to drop that contest, that giveaway. I'm not sure exactly yet what it is, but it will be something great. It will be something better than Monday Night Raw, I'll tell you that much. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn your notifications so that you see anytime that we drop a video, you'll get notified, and you can go ahead, click it, like it, comment, DM, whatever you want to do, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Right now, we got a really good discussion on the Wrestling Replay Instagram page right now regarding Daniel Bryan, regarding Charlotte Flair, and regarding the new faction in NXT. If you haven't seen them, so make sure you go check out NXT. So that about all does it for Monday Night Raw. I'll see you guys again Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. SmackDown has the throwback SmackDown this week, so that should be exciting. I'm hoping they do something, maybe bring back some old school guys, bring back the old school set. I'm excited to see how they'll hook it up, but nonetheless, that's all we really got for Monday Night Raw. I'll see you guys next time. I'm Kato, signing out. Peace.